Welcome, beautiful souls, to another enriching conversation that aims to guide us through the winding paths of life. We're here to share, learn, and grow together, exploring the profound questions that life throws at us. Our community is diverse and beautiful. Much like a patchwork quilt stitched together with threads of shared experiences, unique perspectives, and a common goal to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. This channel is committed to providing you with inspirational accounts, practical tips, and thought-provoking discussions. We delve into the realities of life, the beauty and the challenges, the triumphs and the trials. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that may touch many: the journey of healing from childhood trauma. Remember, every new video is a new opportunity to learn and grow. So, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and join us on this journey of discovery and healing. Childhood trauma, a heavy topic, but one that needs our attention. It's a silent storm that brews within, often misunderstood and overlooked. Today, we delve into this sensitive subject, shedding light on its many facets and the crucial role understanding it plays in the healing process. Childhood trauma isn't just about physical harm. It encompasses a broad spectrum of experiences that deeply impact a child emotionally, psychologically, and even socially. It can stem from instances of neglect, emotional abuse, or witnessing violence, to name a few. These experiences, especially when recurrent, can create long-lasting wounds that echo into adulthood. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. Now, imagine that those stones are your traumatic experiences, and that backpack is your mind. Just as the weight of the stones would strain your physical body, the weight of trauma strains your emotional and mental well-being. It's not something you can just shake off. It's a burden that, unaddressed, can lead to issues such as anxiety, depression, and difficulties forming healthy relationships. Understanding trauma is a bit like understanding the backpack. It's about recognizing the weight of the stones, the impact they have on the one carrying them, and the importance of lightening the load. We need to comprehend how trauma shapes the lens through which survivors view the world. It's not about labeling or stigmatizing, but acknowledging the reality of their experiences. This understanding is pivotal for survivors on their healing journey. It promotes empathy, patience, and compassion, creating a safe space for them to address their trauma. It also helps in debunking harmful myths that survivors should just move on or that their experiences were not that bad. Understanding trauma also empowers survivors, validating their experiences and feelings. It encourages them to seek help, to explore therapeutic avenues, and to engage in self-care practices. It gives them the courage to say, "Yes, I have endured trauma, and yes, I can heal from it." Recognizing the impact of trauma is the first step towards healing. Often, survivors of childhood trauma bear a burden that isn't theirs to carry: blame. It's a heavy load, one that can weigh you down, impede your growth, and obstruct your path to healing. But it's crucial to understand that this blame is misplaced. It's been wrongly internalized, taken on by survivors who've been conditioned to believe that they are somehow responsible for the actions of their abusive family members. You see, it's a common misconception that if you could have just been a bit quieter, a bit more obedient, a bit less noticeable, perhaps things would have been different. But this blame game is a treacherous one. It's a cycle that feeds into feelings of guilt and shame, and it can be a formidable barrier to healing. Let's consider a garden, a beautiful, thriving garden. Now, what if that garden was never watered, never given sunlight, never cared for? Would you blame the garden for not flourishing? Or would you recognize the absence of nourishment as the real issue? In the same vein, you are not to blame for the actions of others. You are the garden, deserving of care and nourishment, not blame for the lack of it. It's essential to remember that you had no control over the actions of those who caused you harm. It's not your fault. You were a child and they were the adults. You were dependent, they were responsible. You were vulnerable, they were supposed to protect. This blame you've been carrying, it's not yours to bear. Shedding this weight of blame is like removing a thorn that's been lodged in your side. It's a painful process, yes, but it's necessary for healing. It allows you to acknowledge the truth of your experiences, to validate your feelings, and to begin rebuilding your self-esteem. Recognizing this misplaced blame is more than just a part of the healing process. It's a significant step towards recovery, a step towards reclaiming your self-worth, a step towards understanding that you are not defined by the actions of others. You are not to blame for the actions of others. And shedding this weight is a significant step towards recovery. In the quest for harmony, survivors often go to great lengths to get along with everyone, even those who've hurt them. It's a road littered with self-sacrifice and compromise, a relentless journey that can stretch on for miles and miles with no end in sight. This exhaustive search for peace within the family can be physically and emotionally draining, as it often involves revisiting painful memories and suppressing your own needs and feelings. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack up a steep hill. Each step is a struggle. Each breath is labored. That's what this search can feel like, a tireless uphill battle where the weight of the past and the expectations of others weigh heavily on your shoulders. But here's the thing. It's important to remember that harmony should not come at the expense of your own well-being. In the pursuit of peace, it's crucial to establish and maintain healthy boundaries. This may mean putting some distance between yourself and those who've caused you harm, or expressing your feelings openly and honestly, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Setting boundaries is not about shutting people out. It's about creating a safe space for yourself. It's about recognizing your worth and standing up for your needs. And it's saying, I respect myself enough to say no when I need to express my feelings and to prioritize my own well-being. And yes, setting boundaries can be challenging. It can stir up feelings of guilt, fear, or even loneliness. But it's a necessary step in the healing process. You're not being selfish, you're being self-aware, you're not causing conflict, you're advocating for peace, your peace. So if you find yourself on this exhaustive search for harmony, remember, it's okay to rest. It's okay to unload the baggage of the past. It's okay to set boundaries and prioritize your own well-being, because at the end of the day, you are the custodian of your own peace. Your peace of mind matters. It's okay to prioritize yourself. Healing is a journey, and there are certain things that can make this journey a little less daunting for survivors of childhood trauma. Let's explore these 5 key elements to healing. Firstly, understanding trauma is crucial. Recognize that the feelings of shame, guilt, and fear you carry are not your own, but a result of the traumatic experiences you've endured. It's okay to acknowledge this pain. It doesn't define you. but it's a part of your story that needs compassion and recognition. Secondly, releasing blame is an essential step towards healing. Often survivors absorb the blame for abusive family members, convinced that they could have done something to prevent the abuse. But the truth is, the responsibility lies solely with the abuser. Thirdly, setting boundaries is a powerful tool for survivors. It's easy to exhaust every possible avenue attempting to get along with everyone, especially in a family setting. However, it's okay to say no. It's okay to distance yourself from toxicity, even if it comes from family. Your peace and well-being are paramount. Fourthly, seeking professional help is a brave and necessary step. Therapists, counselors, and support groups can provide invaluable guidance and a safe space to express your feelings without judgment. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to your strength and resilience. Finally, practicing self-care is vital. This can be as simple as taking time each day to relax, pursuing a hobby you love, or spending time in nature. It's about treating yourself with the kindness and care you deserve, nurturing both your body and your mind. You are more than your past. With understanding, forgiveness, boundaries, help, and self-care, healing is possible. Remember, the journey towards healing isn't linear. There will be ups and downs, but each step you take, no matter how small, is a step towards a healthier, happier you. Take your time, be gentle with yourself, and remember, you're not alone in this journey.